Inside AI LML welcomes you. We are continuing this Power BI series of classes, and we have shown you till now how to load the data and how to do basic data preparation. And we have created this file which you might have seen in our last class or video. Now, what we have not done so far is we have not saved it. So, what we are going to do is we are going to say save as, and once we do here inside AIML data, we are going to save this file. So we will let's call it class 3 file, and we save it here. And we go here. Okay. So this is our 151 KB file. Class 3 is out here. And you can look at the data was 122 KB, and we have loaded the multiple versions of that. We have split it out few tables, and now right now it is 151 MB of the file which is out here. Okay. So now what we are going to do is we go back out here, and we talked about DAX with you. Now DAX is the one we are going to use it out here, and what we do before we move further into what all we have, we would like to go ahead and create a new column out here. Now new column we have tried out in DAX. Now what we are going to do is we are going to try out a new column in we have tried out a new column in Power Query, and we got this total time. And we talked about we have this ring time, hold time, and wrap up time, which is other time. And for these three we are going to create a new column, and this new column is going to be in DAX. So let's create a DAX new column. Now understand, Power Query M was case sensitive, and this is not case sensitive. So we clicked on the new column, and then let's say other time. We are going to create a new column other time, and we need to simply sum it up. So we'll say ring time, then plus hold time, and plus wrap up time. Okay, all three we are summing it up. So ring time plus hold time plus wrap up time. And let me do one thing just to check whether it is case sensitive or not. Let me call this as P as capital P, and let's see it out at here, and then click here. It's going to create a column. It's created a column. Let's save it, and let's go back and check, is there a change in the size? So you will see there's a small change in the size out here. The file size have increased. We have not done anything other than just creating one column. So column is adding size to our file, and this is not case sensitive. We have actually checked out by giving the name out there, and then we created other time. Now one more thing which we wanted to create out is we wanted to create percentage of talk time. Talk time divided by total time. We know percentage of time in the talk time. We would, let's say, assume we want like 90% of the time to be talk time. Now at this place what we would like to have is we want to create a column, because talk time at line level, if I take, let's say, you can create a column, what would happen is that talk time will divide by total time, and then each row it is divided, then I simply average it. But that's not the average I want. What I want actually is first talk time should sum up, and it should divide with the summed up total time. The sum of A divided by sum of B, that's what I want, and that can only happen in a major. So whenever we wanted to divide the words, our first preference is major. Now when we wanted to multiply, we can do it both column as well as the major, but column is but one my preference because it's going to do at line level. In major we have to take care that we use, there are majors like sumx, countx, and all those which allows you the row level operations, so we can actually use those kind of majors. So what is the basic difference is, column is just like a calculation which is added to the table, while majors are one which is calculated at runtime. This is kind of a definition. It is not going to increase our size of the file, so we should prefer major as far as possible. But the call of a major and the column will be taken about where we want to load the performance. If we create a major which can actually increasing a lot of performance over at the runtime, then we can actually think about can we do it in column also. Now you would have question like, we have created a column here versus we have created a column in Power Query, which one is better? Now the way Power Query engines work and the way DAX engine works, the Power Query engine performs a bit better in terms of calculation of columns. So ideally speaking, if a calculated column can be done at Power Query level, we should go ahead and do that at Power Query level instead of DAX level. So that's the better advantage. Now we wanted to have one calculation, which is sum of A divided by sum of B. So I need a measure, and I'm going to do by clicking here. I right now also see a new measure option. So if I click here, I will also again see the new measure option. When I click on the table, I see the options for the quick measure, new measure, and new column. I need a measure out here. Now when I create a measure, we need to understand one thing: measure takes a measure, or the columns with aggregation, which is basically a measure only, or you can call it, you know, implicit measure. So measure is basically when we explicitly define it, and if we simply drag it into the table and it summed it up, it is actually created a implicit measure. But in the measure definition, we need to have certain measures which we explicitly call them as measure. So we will call talk time percentage. I'm creating one explicit measure. Now I cannot take, like, if I simply want to type here talk time, I'll not get it. So what I need some kind of aggregation to, but first of all I'll say divide, and still I'll talk time, I'll not get it. Okay, but now let's see the difference. I say sum, and then I say talk time. I start getting it. So I need aggregated stuff out here. Okay, so sum of this and divide by sum of talk time. So now here when we are going to divide, it is going to create a column which is basically not available here in the table. So if I go back to the table, you will not see it here. So where do I see the measure? So measure we can only, you know, see it in visual. So what we have to do is we have to create a visual for that. So I just clicked on the plus button and it created a new page for me. And in this new page, I'm going to create a visual and I'm trying to see that. So now this time what I'm going to do is in the visualization tab, I'm going to click on a table. So it's going to add a table on this one. Let me drag it a little bit down and make it a bit bigger. And here what I'm going to do is I'm going to drag, let's say, issue type. And in this issue type, let us drag total time, and let us drag talk time, and let us also drag our new measure. Now new measure, what happens where it is got created? So what happens, measure actually belongs to the model. So wherever you have clicked in that one, it will be created. It's the table independent. So if I go here, I can actually move it around the tables. There is no fixed table for it. But if you go to a column, actually you cannot move around across the table. You don't have that option actually. So measure, you can have it in one of the tables in the model where it can actually be in the part of the scheme. And you see this is, you know, percentage. It's still not the 0 to 100. It's because we have just divided. So now either from here, or we have told you from here in the properties, we can click here, can go to the talk time and can call it as a percentage format. And let's go back and see what's the difference. So now we have started seeing into the percentage. And if you want this talk time to be shown in, let's say, I want this talk time to be, you know, this comma separated. So let me click here and then do some comma separation out here. Okay, so I'm started seeing on the talk time now. Total time also I'm started seeing it. This seems a bit smaller, so I can go ahead and look at the size of this one, and let me make it a bit larger. So if I search size, I'll get the text size. In the table visual, we have the text size, and we are going to increase the text size. So now you are able to see that. So we have created a measure. Now you remember we created a column also, which is other. I'm going to add it. Now ideally speaking, and then the formatting is not correct, so we are going to go here, click on this, and then formatting we are going to correct it. Ideally we should, you know, create measures as far as possible. So instead of using total time, I should go ahead and create a measure. So basically what I should be doing, so let me do one more thing. So I should actually be doing is I should create a measure, let's say total time, and this is the recommended way, sum of total time, and then this is, I can use it at multiple places, like I have summed it. Otherwise every time I have to write down sum of this, sum of that, and so that's not the extendable way. And I'm going to create one more because I want to change that divide formula which I taught to you by using a measure. So here I'm going to do is I'm going to say talk time, m, and better you rename column as something and you always keep major as the closest name which you want, and we'll say total time. So we'll say talk time, sorry. So talk time m is talk time. So let's see, are they coming correct? So talk time should be equivalent of talk time. Okay, that's correct. And total time m should be equivalent of total time m. This seems correct. Formatting again, see, this is what, and then we will actually go ahead and so here you can't see, select two. Actually, if you try with the control or with the shift, you will not be able to do that. Okay, but here what I'm going to do is I'm going to go here, talk time m, total time m. I'm going to select both of them, and I'm going to say 1000 separator on. I come back and see here, I got the 1000 separator for both of them. It's pretty handy. That properties is pretty handy. You have to remember that. And that's the screen you should always be looking forward for whenever it is available. Like few data models which are like Power BI dataset or live query, you don't have that screen available. But whenever that is available, that's the one thing which you should be using. That you should not try any other screen, if you ask me. Okay, so now this is sorted out. Now we created one formula which was actually talk time percentage, and we actually said sum of this and sum of that. Now we have measures out with us. So click on the talk time percentage, and now what we are going to do is we are going to replace this with measures. So this is the right way. So we say talk time, so we'll say talk time m, comma. Now one thing I have not answered, total time m, why I've used divide. Now there is something known as divide by 0. Now what happens, what should be the action when we get certain scenario? So you can actually give in the divide the third parameter to see what happens in such cases. Okay, alternate results which you can give, and it also handle the divide by 0. So we'll not face divide by 0 error. We don't have to write down if but the total time m is 0, then do this and do that. We simply can use divide, and divide will take care of that. So we don't have to bother about it anymore. So let divide take care of that. Always use divide function when you need to write down. Now, and one more thing which I can do is I can rename this page. So let me call it as summary page, let's say, and we will build up visuals on this. Now I have done this, and now I press the enter, the page name is there, and we can now save it, save the file, and keep on saving the file so that you don't lose anything with it. It crashes. It do give an option for recovery, but sometimes it doesn't give. So be careful, be sure that you keep on saving this file as and when needed. Now I don't need this talk time and this one, so I can go ahead and remove those. So there are a couple of ways to do it, and as I said, in Power BI there could be more than one ways to do it. Then one thing is I go ahead and cross it here, it got removed. Another thing is you can see whatever is here, it's already checked. I can go ahead and uncheck, let's say talk time. If I want to add, let's say I want to add ring time. I want to add something in between. So when I check it, we're going to add at the end only. But if I want to add in between, I can drag it, and when I see the yellow line, I leave it. I'm going to see that. Okay. So right now I'm going to uncheck the wrap up time and the ring time. It's not that I've added by check, so I should uncheck, and if I added by drag, I should remove it. No, nothing like that. You can simply do it in both the ways. I just wanted to show you. Okay. Now I got this table visual, and I've already shown you. I went ahead and increased the font size. This is the table visual. And now in Power BI, if you want to play around with the visuals, you don't have to actually create all the visual. You can actually, like I have created this table visual, and by default it was table because I started with the text issue type. This is the first visual which we have, stacked bar chart. So if I clicked on stacked bar chart, immediately you will see I got a stacked bar chart. Now what Power BI has done it, this talk time percentage it has taken, other time and total time it has taken. This is not the rightest chart which we can have with this one, but this is not the most right chart which we can have, but we are fine. We just wanted to explore the chart now. But if you want a correct stack chart, this is not the stack chart. So let's do one thing. Let's copy this. Now this is where one trick you have. Because we are modifying, let's do copy paste. And you started seeing a little bit of difference out here. That means the chart has been copied. We'll correct this type chart for the stacked one. Okay.